Phoenix Down Radio is on the air. With your hosts,
Klaus Nightbringer,
Sarah Tomono,
Chili,
and Luna Vox.
Welcome everybody to Phoenix Down Radio, episode number 65. How's everyone doing today?
pretty good.
And top of the morning to ya.
Grind!
Well, it is morning over for Chili, but the wrong day for him now. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody who's not in England or the UK or anything like that. We're even wearing green. We made Chili dye his stuff green during the pre-show.
Yep. We sure as hell did.
Because things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what has everybody been up to the past 2 weeks?
Then
Grinding!
Grinding.
oh my god.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong?
We'll get to that. Trust me, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I've been doing going back and doing a Realm Reborn Beast Tribe quest.
Yeah, I saw you finally got the bomb palanquin.
Yes, I did. And I
Finally.
just got the Goobu today. The
Woo.
Goobu.
Where
that-
did you get those dinosaurs from, by the way?
Huh?
I saw some mounts, I think, that I'd never seen before.
We'll talk about that in a bit. If you're talking about the one I think it is. But yeah, Chili, what have you been up to?
Mostly
Grinding.
Well, Savage, of course, like usual. We've got we've got down to 40% now.
On
So I'm
7 or
very
8.
happy in those 7S.
Okay.
So we're getting made some progress, but we had a few people ill this week, so it's been a bit of a rough week.
Damn.
Ninja had an ear infection,
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's not fun.
no, not at all. And I hope he gets better soon. He's a great ninja.
Right?
Apart from that, grinding, you know what? All
Oh.
day, every day,
Something that we're going to be talking about here in a little bit.
ladies. I can do it for hours if I see an AFK in the corner.
Well, for at least 3. Yeah.
If it persists over 4, go check a doctor.
Yeah, or you've glitched into the instance, which I can see Chili doing too.
Yeah.
But-
Which one is it, Chili? Which one is it?
It could be both.
Yeah, why can't it be both?
Schrodinger's instant.
Oh my god. Anyways, welcome to Phoenix Sound Radio.
Yes. As you can hear, we are short one Sarah. He is visiting family this weekend. Also, we need to make sure to wish him a happy name day. It was his birthday yesterday.
Happy name day, sir.
So I'm hoping he's enjoying his weekend with his family and away from us. But, he deserves some time off too, so I hope he's having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
Yes. Want to say a huge thank you to our newest Patreon supporter, Michael Thigpen. They pledged to us this past week. And I also want to throw a huge thank you to Aurori, Fair Eyes, and some guy named Real Chili for resubbing here on Twitch since the last episode. So thank you
That
very
last
much.
guy sounds a bit like an ass.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't trust anybody named Real anything.
He's not the real Chili. You can tell.
Won't the Real Chili please stand up? Aside from that, it's been kind of just the same stuff. You've seen me every fucking day the last 2 weeks, just like every other day before that. So I've been keeping the streak alive here on Phoenix Down Radio's Twitch site and streamed a little bit of something every day and hoping to
I
keep it up.
also had fun joining you one day.
Oh yeah, we'll talk
With
about
a
that in a
couple
bit.
of people.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. But I suppose now we can go ahead and jump into some community news.
Yeah.
Tonight is the semifinals of the Menfina's Madness Blitzball tournament. So far, this in-game role-playing tournament has raised almost 1/3 of its $500 goal, and they're going to be donating that to the Final Fantasy XIV content creators group in Extra Life. So hopefully they can raise the funds that they're looking for, so all the Extra Life streamers like us, Gamerscape. Wow, Nadia, thank you so much.
Passed Weds XD.
Thank you for the cheer there, Naja. Greatly
Thank you,
appreciate that.
Nadia. Please don't hit me with your mace. I will go do missions for you. Please don't kill me.
Anyway, hopefully they can like us, Gamerscape, She Heals I Tank, all the different Final Fantasy XIV content creators, and benefit the Extra Life fundraiser. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, guys, let's help those kids.
Exactly. And Sarah's team, the Kugane Koban Crushers, are playing tonight. So good luck to them. And more information on this entire event and its progress is available out on their Tumblr page, which I will link in the chat right now. We'll also be linking that within the show notes if you are listening on the podcast. So do make sure to check that out. It's a really cool idea that they're doing. Basically, all of the money they're raising is based off of how many goals are quote unquote scored in each match, following a very in-depth set of rules to play Blitzball within Final Fantasy XIV. It's pretty cool. So
it's Sunday.
Actually, it's
in
Saturday. All right. Now we've got a bunch of, or actually not a bunch, but a little bit of Final Fantasy news. It was just recently announced that Final Fantasy XV's Noctis will be available as DLC in Tekken 7 starting on March 20th. Anybody
God,
here?
they are just freaking milking that.
Yeah, he's kind of everywhere.
He's everywhere. Don't they have like didn't I see like they're implementing like a Makode version of him?
Oh yeah.
Into 15
it was
or something.
Found in the data files of a cat.
Yeah.
Noctis.
But who wore it better, Noctis or Lightning?
Noctis.
The boobs.
But he's the cute little cat
Let's
boy.
give a shout out to all Hyperion and
Fine, let's all the
Gilgamesh
Greek
are
gladius would wear it
PERS.
better.
Okay.
Thank you, Kane, for that cheer. Shout out
Thank
to
Kane.
Hyperion and Gilgamesh our peers.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Excuse me.
But I'll take Prompto any day.
Prompto in Makode ears would be kind of funny.
That'd be cute.
I would say I was thinking that imagine if they all had a different race.
Wow.
Noctis could be a cat because he already is, in it.
Mm-hmm.
Prompto should be a Lalafell.
Oh my god.
Gladius would be a Rogaden.
No, I'm thinking he would actually be more of a Aura. He's already kind of got resting bitch face.
Yeah.
And then Ignis will be an Elzen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've done it.
Oh my god.
But
I've come up with a new Dragon War.
Damn it.
You're fired.
Go to jail.
It's just me and you now, Luna.
Okay.
No,
We can do this.
Just kidding.
Sweet, I can sleep. Thanks.
Speaking of more DLC, Vayne Solidor from Final Fantasy XII will be added as DLC to Dissidia Final Fantasy NT on April 26th. So he's going to be become a playable character in that game coming up next month. Final Fantasy VII Remake team is hiring. So if you want to become one of their core members and make levels, you can apply at Square Enix. They are expanding, so...
By the way, for those that say they're worried about the production of it now because of the hiring core members, you got to remember they will keep hiring more people as the production keeps going. It doesn't mean that they're not far into the production. It just means that they need more to finish the scope of it.
Yeah, though it's kind of been rumored that maybe they want to increase the quality of the look. So it's almost rumored that it might be released for the upcoming PS5.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a PS4, PS5.
Yeah, so
cross-gen.
it's going to be cross-generational at that point. So we're looking probably a couple of years down the road still. But
I don't expect it until like 2020 maybe.
Yeah, I'm not, too concerned about that. I'd rather have them put out a really good version of the Final Fantasy VII remake than just to rush something.
Now, I wonder if they'll make it episodic still.
I think that's kind of what they've been talking about, so I'm betting they'll split it into 3.
I
It is
don't know
what
how
it
I'm
is. They're
feeling
going to
about
milk
that.
it. They're going to milk it.
Don't know how I feel about it.
I'm
It's
not
good.
I'm not a fan of it either, but if it's
But
done
to be
well,
fair, though, it was already technically, if it's 3 parts, technically already episodic because you had 3 discs. You had to swap discs to carry on with the story, so...
yeah, but that
Well,
was
then you
mainly
could-
because of disc size limitation.
Yeah, you could say that about a lot of Final Fantasies then.
Yeah, I mean, 8 was 4 discs, 9 was 4 discs.
Mhm.
It wasn't
But
until
just-
10 and they went to Blu-rays that they were able to get it all on one disc.
But yeah, I mean, in some way, they have to split. Yeah, I mean, they had to split up so they had to make the episodes end at a certain point. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird that you just change disc halfway through a battle.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't
So there
change
was,
yeah, you get so far in the storyline, and then it's like, okay, at the end of this cutscene, switch to disc 2, switch to disc, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
So if they do it right, as long as they extend disc 3, then it should, because disc 3 was a bit short.
Yeah. I mean, disc
But
3 and
if they-
4 on most of those games were pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they extend disc 3 with maybe some content from Crisis Core,
Well, I mean, they could do a lot with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I mean, they could put in a lot more backstory, so we could maybe, maybe they'll work in some of the Crisis Core stuff within the main story of Final Fantasy VII. Maybe they'll add some new stuff. Maybe we'll get some extra background on some of the other characters. Maybe we'll learn more about Sephiroth, or there's a lot that could potentially happen. We'll just have to see where they're looking to go with it, and they could maybe extend it
true.
beyond what happened afterwards. Like MoveQuest is suggesting, Advent Children. Maybe they could see what happened between what happened at the end of Final Fantasy VII and the beginning of Advent Children. I mean, that's a few years there.
Yeah.
that's true.
So
And also, we can find out how Red 13 had babies at the end of 7.
well,
That still confuses me.
when a boy 13 and a girl 13.
Wasn't he the last of his kind?
Maybe he was cloned. Maybe a female was cloned too. Who knows? Nature finds a way, Chili.
Maybe they're mud. Maybe that's it.
Anyway, moving on. Some more stuff happening on March 20th. Hatching Tide will be starting
boy.
on March 20th. Did they post any information about it?
You get a minion.
They've got the website, haven't they? You got the minion and some other stuff.
All right. Because
The minion is cute. It's like a little thing riding an egg.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that they put it in. I didn't actually click on the details page. So
Yeah, it's like a little gesture thing, riding an egg, and then you get like a banner with eggs on it, and then you get a firework.
I posted that
That's it.
out on the Twitch chat, and we'll also link that in the show notes as well. So from Tuesday, March 20th until Monday, April 2nd, taking place outside of Mikedo's amphitheater. Oh yeah, that minion is actually kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
And those little Spriggan chocolates.
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
probably be stocking up
Yeah.
on those for my RP bar.
Yeah, the Hatching Tide banner. Not a big fan of that.
I'll get
Yeah.
one just because I want them for my collection of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of the stuff has been okay. Some of it's been meh, not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phoenix Lance in the chat is saying some are upset because of no mount. But
We got a mount last year. You don't really get a mount every year. It seems to be like you get
every other.
every 2 years you get something big.
Yeah, one year it'll be a mount, then it'll be a minion, then it'll be a mount, then it'll be a minion usually.
Yeah, or a clothes or whatever.
I mean, because you can't have a mount every single time. Thank you for those cheers, Italian Werewolf. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, a 10 and a
Thank you,
400.
guys.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. I mean, that means a lot to us. We really appreciate that you guys can support us here. It makes us feel real good.
Mm-hmm.
Means we're doing something right. We'll keep doing it. All right. Final Fantasy XIV will be at PAX East this year, and that's going to be in, I believe, 3 weeks from now, out in Boston. They'll be hosting a battle challenge against Byakko, where they're going to have shirts available. Yay.
Bitches.
I know, isn't it kind of nice that they have all these t-shirts at all these other events?
I wonder if
yeah.
FanFest will have it.
No.
They, you know, with all the crap they've been getting this year, I would sure hope so. I mean, all the other events that they do, they have t-shirts for people. I mean, what? I mean, and we're actually going there, paying them just a ton.
I want that poster as well.
And yeah, the double-sided poster, if they go to the story and writing panel featuring main scenario quest writer Natsuko Ishikawa, as well as English localization lead John Crow.
Oh, well, thank you, Werewolf, for another 90.
Yep, rounded them up to 500. We really do appreciate all of that.
But yeah, before we change subjects, can I just complain about this a little bit?
No, absolutely.
Not the t-shirts. Not the t-shirts, but I remember when they used to do events at the thing that's affected the game. Do you remember when we used to get those earrings because people would do a certain challenge at the event?
Oh yeah, that was a thing, and they would draw your world name and you would get the earring.
Yeah, I thought it was based on
if X group beat the challenge, they would spin the wheel, and whatever world it landed on, everybody there would get an earring. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just
it was a rubbish. It was just a glamour earring, but the fact that we got something for people who can't get to the event was something nice.
That was actually very cool. It would be really cool to see something like that. Maybe they should implement like rings or necklaces.
Hell, they could implement the masks from the Amazon thing, sort of thing. Yeah, like the Titan masks. Imagine if you had masks based on the primal that they had at the event.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Make a Byakko mask.
Oh my god. So many people would freak out about that. I know a few people in particular that would.
But it's something small that to be honest, it shouldn't be hard for them to design the mask because they already have the.
Well, you know what, Chili? Yeah. You should go to the official forums and recommend that. Because I'm not sure that they listen to all the podcasts out there. Be like, that Chili guy has a point. It'd be nice.
But no,
I mean, it'd be awesome.
We're talking.
No, I mean, it's very cool. I mean, it would be nice if they could do something to help everybody who can't attend one of these events. Because, I mean, it's not cheap to get to Boston unless you live in Boston or you are going there for work or something like that. So,
we don't even have anything like that in Europe. Our only events that have that stuff is FanFest.
Well, what about Gamescom?
I guess that's once a year, though.
What about Paris Games Week?
True.
What about?
But again, that's
there's a number. I mean, like PAX East, that's once a year. But there's
there's
a number of PAX. There's a number of PAX events, but I mean, Comic-Con. There's San Diego Comic-Con. That's just one event. But they're all over the place. But I understand what you're saying. But
we've got two. Yeah, we've got two different events that we can fly to, but you've got all different ones you could sort of visit if you want to.
I'm wondering if there's more too, isn't there? Aren't there a few others?
I think there is a few more.
There's a few more, but I don't know if any. Like we get Eurogamer Expo, but Fantasy 40 never goes to that. The only ones I know about that you go to really is the Paris Games Week and Gamescom.
And then they'll go to a ton of them in Japan.
Yeah.
Because
they even have their own fates.
Well, travel is expensive though, so if everybody could just travel, very easily, it'd be a much different story. So, like, where's our teleporter technology? Damn it!
Right, about time.
Oh, look, travel's not as bad in America as it is in Europe, though.
Yeah,
So
well, I suppose
expensive.
because you're not traveling across countries here. You're traveling across different states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is still kind of a pain. I mean, a lot of people can't get on airline now without having a special ID. So I mean,
Well,
it's getting to be more like that. But anyway, if it's all right if we move on.
Yeah, Italian werewolf said too, right? There really is no big cons in Europe.
Well then, Chile, you know what you should do? $1 million idea. Start a con.
Chili con, yay!
Yes, start Chili
Oh my
Con
gosh.
in right there in your hometown.
We actually have a sci-fi event in Scarborough once a year.
Or you can just call it ScarCon.
Oh, that's cool.
So Chile, start that up. All right. And they added a whole bunch of new items to the Mog Station, including all the rewards from Ladies' Day events from past years. So if you missed out on the Songbird items, you can get those now. They're authentic now.
Ooh.
What can I do for you?
What the hell does that mean?
It means you're paying real money for it.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
You can not sing that.
I can't hear you.
You can get the new power-up emote that Chili was just talking about, as well as distressed Manderville attire. So if you want to look like Hildebrand after he got blown up, it's only $12.
It's not worth $12.
No, well, it
Definitely
depends.
isn't.
It's only a single character though. That's kind of what sucks.
Yeah. Like
But-
I said, it's not worth $12.
To some people it might be, but to me, no.
Yeah.
To me, no. I mean, I might pick up the power-up emote if it went down to say $4 or $5, but $7 is a little bit much. I think that $5 mark is a sweet spot for most people.
I think it's around that price here.
Wow, you guys get everything cheaper over there.
Yeah, right?
I'm assuming the panda mount is 12 pounds over there.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the Mog Station as we say this.
Because the panda mount, which is another new mount, is $24, just like the carbuncle mounts. Whereas over in the UK, they get it for, I think it was 12 pounds for the carbuncle, which is $16 US. So if you really want one, contact Chili.
Songbird attire is £2.88.
£2.88, because that's what, about $4?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I think it's $5 here in the US.
How much was the Mandeville in America?
The Songbird emote is $2. The attire is $5.
Oh, the attire is more expensive here then.
Okay.
£7.44 for the attire.
What? Oh, no, well, that is that for the Manderville attire?
That's Mandeville.
Mandeville is $12.
Okay.
I was talking about the Songbird and Seneschal attire.
Yeah, the Songbird's only £2.80.
Yeah, so it's a little bit cheaper there still.
Damn.
Anyway.
And the Panda Mount's £13.80. So yeah, same as the Carbuncle.
Okay, so it went up a little bit. It was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was £12.
Okay, so that still makes only about $18.
Yeah.
$18.50 somewhere in there. I mean, it's still a significant savings from what the US is paying.
And I still wouldn't pay for the Carbuncle Emerald outfit though. £11.
It's $18 here.
That's way more than I'd spend for it, just because it's not that good in my opinion.
But it glows.
It glows, but I wish
It
it all
glows
glowed.
and it's carbuncle.
Why couldn't I beat an entire Carbuncle outfit like the Moogle though?
Yeah, I suppose. Well, some people don't like that though.
I don't care. I want that.
Oh, I should
I
say.
want to beat the Carbuncle.
I should say one thing I did forget to mention in our show notes was, like I said, I have family visiting me, and my sister, who has been helping me create my cosplay for Detour and FanFest, she showed me the hat, and I had to tweet that out. So it's actually looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks pretty damn good.
Let me link that tweet here. Give me just a second here to go out and do that. Where is my link? Copy.
Over there.
It's over there. And now it's in the it's in the Twitch chat now. Why do I always want to say Discord?
Because we're in Discord right now.
You are correct. We are.
Uh-huh.
But she's actually doing some work on it right now, and then she's going to be doing some more work on the coat. It's really cool. She's using like a crushed velvet looking fabric, so it's really nice looking. Can't wait till it's finished and I get to show it off at Detour and FanFest. Be amazing. So shout out to my sis Plebeian Goth for all her hard work.
Yay.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our discussion topic this week. The thing that everybody has been doing for the past week. Some people nonstop even. Oh my God, I can't believe there are people who are already at level 20 and have their weapons and everything.
That's
Well, to be fair, again, the weapon isn't that hard.
No, but they probably can get everything else too.
okay.
Anyway,
Maybe later you can explain how to get the weapon for me, because that's the one thing that I'm having.
Yep, we'll do. So what we're talking about, if you're not familiar, is Eureka Animos. It is the content that we have been promised since FanFest 2016 and has finally been delivered this last week.
And people are mad as usual.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Let's start with, we're going to talk about the story here, guys. So I apologize if you want to get the story yourself. You may want to mute for about 10 minutes. But we're going to talk about the story here for just a little bit, and we'll let you know when we are going to be spoiler free again. But I mean, the story is kind of cool. Basically, what's happened is a mysterious island has surfaced within the Glass Sea, and initial attempts by the East Aldenard Trading Company to check it out have failed. So, of course, we, the Warriors of Light, have been called in, along with Kryle, by Hancock and Rowena, who are a pair of strange bedfellows, to be working together. When we're
They both like one thing: money. To be honest, I never noticed her really that much. But is it me or she like put on more makeup than normal? I think this cutscene.
No, she's always been pretty beat up.
Maybe because her outfit is more basic, it shows up more.
Because I could pay, especially her eyeliner. I saw that a lot more.
Yeah, that was pretty thick. Well, maybe she's been burning the midnight oil too much and was just kind of hiding a little bit of.
I thought she just wanted to try and seduce Malala.
Or maybe she's trying to seduce Hancock, or somebody else.
Well, you know what's in his name.
Anyway, we've been asked to go and check it out. So anyway, we head down to the docks, and we're witness to a very interesting scene with one of the deckhands and a strange long-haired Lalafell who insists they must board the ship. Kryle shows up finally and introduces us to this mystery person. Their name is Eureka, one of her former classmates from the School of Valdesian. And even Kryle is surprised to see him. And for those of you who know what we're talking about, yes, that's a guy.
Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady.
But I think she's more surprised, not because dude looks like a lady, but she thought she was the only survivor of the incident on the Isle of Val.
How convenient.
Yes.
What a twist! I could never see this coming.
I'm the lone survivor. Plot twist.
No, you're not.
I'm the last daughter of Krypton. Wait, what?
So we make our way to this mysterious island, and Kryle's suspicions now have been validated. This is indeed the Isle of Val, where the incident happened so many years ago. Elemental properties of the island have been altered. Windstorms are rampant, and the enemies are all aspected with different elemental properties. We've been tasked with investigating the island to try and restore the Ethernet and perhaps discover what caused the calamitous series of events so many, many years ago. So that's the end of the spoiler portion.
Mm-hmm.
We are spoiler free now. So if you want to come back and join us, what are your thoughts of the story?
I really enjoyed it.
It was
And
interesting.
I do feel bad that the story, especially if I find out at level 20 there's more, I would feel bad for those who can't experience it because they don't like the grind. They don't like that type of content because it is very main story-ish, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing that they do well with these types of storylines is they actually do build up the lore and get in depth with it. You know, they take something that has happened about a character and they are able to then expand upon it. So, I mean, it's not something that we're just doing this because it's there. We're doing this because we're trying to discover what happened. We want to find out why these series of events occurred and what we can maybe do to reverse it or whatever. So I'm very happy that we have the set of writers in this game that are able to take this type of thing and expand it that way. And for those who really enjoy story to, you know, take with not only doing the content, but then have something to look forward to on finding out more about the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to finding out more.
Exactly.
It was a really good story. Well, from what I remember, it's a good story.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the story so far. I really do want to figure out what happened. So
Yeah, I know as far as I go, like the story doesn't really matter to me as much as what the content actually is.
okay, and so let's talk about that content.
Yeah.
What are the mechanics of Eureka Animos?
Kill everything.
Too lazy.
Everything.
The TLDR. Grind. Remind you of any other Final Fantasy games out there?
Everyone.
Nearly every Final Fantasy game that I've played.
But I mean, even more so, it kind of reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole point of it.
Yeah.
I remember my first day where we pretty much did 11 party with my free company.
It was fun too.
We had a bard running out, pulling stuff while we were stood there, killing everything.
I was doing that. I was pulling stuff. But basically, you fight enemies and you gain elemental experience levels. As you gain these elemental experience levels, you can collect magicite to increase elemental affinities. And you can then use these elemental affinities to enhance your attack and defense on specific elemental properties.
But I don't know exactly if this will be the best way forward, but every time you put in more magicite, the potency of each one is decreased
by 4. So
no,
you start at 28. Then the next one I believe is 24.
Yeah.
And the next one is 20. And the next one is 16.
Yeah.
And then 12.
That's 12. So it might, I don't know yet, but it might eventually be a thing where it's a better idea to put, if you're a DPS, put 3 in attack. And then because of because it scales down, maybe put a couple into the resistance.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my plan. And I'm not exactly sure how many magicite crystals we're going to get.
Can I say it?
Do you know?
From what I can tell, it's 5.
5 total?
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd be able to max out one of the things.
You can.
Okay, I thought it was 6 in there, though.
No, there's 5.
Okay.
At least I think there's 5.
Interesting.
I don't know, 5 or 6.
Either way, you get 1 at 3, 1 at 5. Now this is the weird thing. It takes a while because then you get 1 at 13. And I only get some at 17, but I don't know if there's any reward at 20. I actually haven't heard anyone if there's a reward at 20.
Okay, so maybe putting 3 in on the attack and then your last 1 to 2 in defense.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. And you can change that anytime by going to the Magia Melder.
Yeah.
So it's not permanent as to what your layout is. You can set them wherever you want.
So what's the best layout?
No, just that it's 5, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The best layout, like I said, it depends on if you're a tank or a DPS. If you're going to tank main, I would put 3 in defense and maybe 2 in attack. Or maybe you want to put all 5 in defense, depending on...
I would say put all 5 in defense just because some of the enemies seem to hit really, really hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to be a full-on attacker, then you put all 5 in your attack. Or like I said, if you want to balance, you can go 3 and 2.
I would say for a DPS, it should be 3 and 2, just because that way. Because if there's a diminishing returns on the damage, then it would probably be better to have a little bit in defense, just so that if you get hit by a raid airway, that you might survive it.
Yep, and it'll make it easier on your healers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no point DPSing if you're going to be taking too much damage
and dying all the time. But the point of killing all these enemies is certain enemies will eventually spawn a notorious monster. And that's where you really start to gain levels and experience and loot.
And the fun begins.
Oh, yes. Those NM fates are amazing.
Oh, yes.
And
fuck that Chimera.
No, he's not so bad anymore.
No, not anymore. But in the beginning, he was amazing.
Yeah.
That first
in the beginning,
day,
he was ass.
Yeah. Were you with me the first day we did it, Chili?
No.
Okay. Well,
but I know what it felt like.
The first day we were there, we had to say no to that fucker, and we just walked away because everybody was dying. But then again, everyone was only like level 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't go so well. Now he's not so bad.
No.
It's kind of fun.
As long as people get the freaking void gate.
Yeah.
But even then, I've had groups recently that have been able to zerg him without even killing them.
Yeah, they just pull the ads into the center, and everybody just stands there, and they're good. Well, they move out of the way with other mechanics, but we won't talk about mechanics tonight. It's kind of fun to enjoy learning those on your own.
Yeah, you can go die on your own.
Exactly.
And also, while I talk about elemental stuff, I like the fact that as a community we had to work out which monsters spawn which notorious monsters. It kind of reminded me of 11 when we had to work out what the weather was to work out where the enemy was spawning.
Yep. Also, it's a nod to that because the dev team never told us anything.
And the elemental quest, you're not told where you're supposed to go. And I think this game, although it's shown how salty people can be, it's also shown how nice the community can be.
And how resourceful.
Where if you shout that you died, people will raise you. And because you don't get told where the quests are, where you got to go for the quests, people will tell you where you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
They will like, oh yeah, it's over there, mate, and then put a marker down and shout for you.
Which is very nice.
It's really showing how nice the community can be. Yes, there's a couple of bad apples, but that's everything. That's everyone in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've been having troubles finding groups whenever I go in there. I'll shout for I'm a healer, level 6, please help me. And just not get anyone. And then that kind of deters me from going in there. Yeah. Unless I have a full party to go with or friends to go with.
Depending on how you want to proceed, it's going to, give you different options. There's 2 or 3 real main trains of thought on how to best proceed through this. The preeminent strategy right now is the NM Zerg Fest. Yeah. Basically, what you do is you go in as a hodgepodge group and you follow the hive mind, the NM train.
To be fair, that's what I shout at as well. I let you go, so where's the hive mind going now?
Yep. It's, we're just making fun of it, but if it's done well, it's not that bad. Basically, what ends up happening is, as long as you don't have everybody at level 18 to 20 doing all the super high level fates that basically don't yield the lower people any experience, lower experience and no rewards, it's not so bad. If people are actually doing, levels 1 through 5 of the NM fates, then it's pretty good.
Also, another tip is check the party finder before you enter.
Yes.
I check it a few times before I enter because there's sometimes people asking for groups in that are year level.
Yep, that's what I generally do. If I'm creating a party, I will say something within 2 levels of my own. Like I said, if I'm currently level 11, I would do a 9+ party. Because that way, anybody lower is not going to be, hurt by, not getting enough experience from the boss fates. And anybody higher level then will know that, we're going to be trying to fight if we can, we're going to fight level specific mobs if we need to wait until we get to the hive mind or the NM train.
Yeah.
But so like I said, what's going right now is basically the Zerg. That's what most people are doing, and I'm not a fan of it, honestly. But like I said, if done well and efficient, it's an efficient way of killing the mobs needed to spawn the most NMs possible.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of a fan of it. I think it's exciting, like weaving in and out through higher level mobs, and then like all of a sudden you're dead, and then
It's a
then
thing.
randomly just getting raised by someone in the train, and just that kind of like community and other people watching out for like other people.
It
and
can
having
be
their
exciting,
back.
yes. But like I said, it's also, you don't get any experience from killing the mobs.
See, I don't know. I think the experience from the NMs themselves kind of makes up for that, though.
Okay, so that's one way of doing it. A second way of doing it, the polar opposite, is going to be basically the camping strategy, where you find a level, a group of mobs that are close to your level, and you camp those until an NM spawns.
What my groups have been doing that I've joined is kind of doing a mix of the two.
Yep, we'll talk about that in a second, Chili. That's the third way. So basically, what most people did when it first started is, if you're level 1, 2, 3, you would fight, the mobs that are going to be closer to your level to give you, you'll fight as hard of monster as you can to get the most XP possible, while still maintaining chains. What a chain is in this is every time you kill a monster within a specific time frame, you get an experience bonus, as well as a chance at a drop of a protean crystal. We'll talk about those in a little bit once we get through this portion of it, but you need to collect a lot of those.
Say one thing before we continue. I want to shout out this guy. I was doing the fate train earlier, and this guy called Ash Valis had the entire instance go in a specific order and telling people where to go next.
That's the third one we're going to talk about, Chili. So you're getting ahead of us. You're getting ahead of us.
That was the training.
Well, we'll talk about it in a second.
Right.
And I'll tell you why that's the third one in a minute. But anyway, so you camp a specific area to get, to kill mobs within a certain range of your levels. And then as you see these NMs spawn, from other areas, you would then travel to those, take out those, get the experience from that, go back to your level specific mobs and kill them then again. A little bit slower on the NMs, but you're gaining more experience with each monster you kill. Now the third way is kind of a hybrid of both of those. You have people split up into different groups. The higher levels are killing, some of the higher level enemies to spawn the high level fates. You've got some mid-range players being directed to kill the ones in the middle, and you've got the lower levels taking care of the first few. And you got people directing those, like this gentleman that Chili was shouting out.
Yeah, Ash Valis. He was amazing. He was doing it the entire time he was in the instance. Anytime the Notorious Monster died, he's like, okay, that one now, this one's ready next, this one's next.
Yep. So basically, what it does is if you split it among the different levels, the different groups, you're creating mini zergs at that point. So your levels 1 through 7 are able to kill like the rank 1, 2, 3, and 4 mobs. And then you've got your levels 8 through 14 are doing the ones kind of in the middle of the next set, while the high level ones are able to spawn the ones in the very difficult areas. Because here's the deal. Like we were saying earlier, when you're spawning NMs and you're fighting them, you only get loot from them if you are within, I believe it's 2 to 3 levels of the boss's level.
And if you're under 8 levels, then
you get nothing.
Then nothing at all.
Yep.
Really?
If you're within 2 to 8, you will just get a lower amount of experience.
Yeah.
And if you're above it, you'll have to sink down. But you get full experience. You'll get the full experience available plus the full amount of treasure. Now, what treasure do you get from these NMs? You get what's called an Animos crystal, a number of them, as well as Animos lock boxes.
A number of those.
Yes, depending on the level of the monster, I believe it is 3 times the monster's level. Yeah. So a level 1 will give you, well, it's 3 lock boxes and 6 crystals, something like that.
I'm not sure how many they give, to be honest. I know I've had quite a lot.
Yeah, it gets more and more and more every level up the chain it gets. It might be 2 times. But anyway, it's actually kind of cool because you can take those animals crystals, and you need those either for trading in to get your last level of armor, or you can trade them in for 2 to 5 protean crystals. It's random as to how many you get each time you trade those in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you will need them for another quest.
When you hit level 17, apparently there is a quest to unlock your mount, and that requires 99 animals crystals.
So stock up is what you're saying.
Yes.
Got
Which
it.
is not going to be a problem because you will get a lot of them if you're doing a lot of NMs.
Mm-hmm.
The other piece, like I said, you get is lock boxes, which is basically loot boxes. You get loot crates. Similar to the Accursed Hoard from Palace of the Dead, it is a random pull from the treasure list, which can be anything from sparklers, materia, sparklers, maybe some fireworks, to a lot of glamour gear and mounts and minions.
And sparklers.
And mostly spark. But I haven't had a single minion from it.
I've gotten 1 minion.
I've had armor,
Lots of armor.
sparklers,
Oh, and housing
materia.
gear.
I actually got a crack cluster as well.
I haven't got one of those.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I've gotten the mount from it. I've gotten some housing furnishings.
Yep.
I got the orchestrions.
Both of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 2 of 1.
I've got 2 mounts as well, but I'm saving them in case of, you know what. Not the same mount twice.
Okay. I was gonna say what? But no, yeah, and then a lot of sparklers and a lot of materia.
Yes. But one thing that they announced in last night's Duty Commenced is at the end of the month they're going to be making a change to the drop rates on items from the lock boxes. They're going to reduce the rate of sparklers being dropped, so we'll have a higher chance of getting some of the other stuff. They are also going to be making the items like the glamour gear, orchestrion rolls, and I believe even the mount potentially
I'm hoping so because
tradable and sellable.
I'm keeping my spare mount, and any more I get just in case they do become tradable, just so I can give them to friends who don't want to spam Eureka.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it sucks when you get multiple of something that you can't trade off. I mean, because I've gotten like 4 pairs of explorer boots and like 3 sets of suspenders.
And about 5 sets of chaps.
Actually, I think I do have 5 sets of chaps.
For me, it's the Gambison. That's the arm I get a lot of.
Yeah.
I get a lot of hands. I've noticed. I got like at least 3.
Oh my.
Maybe
I've got the Gambison top about 7 times, I think, now.
But basically, you just continue to do this and then repeat until you have enough items to upgrade your gear.
Mm-hmm.
So which won't take. If you keep playing if you keep doing fates and you keep grinding, you'll get just by playing. You won't have to go out your way.
Absolutely.
And from what I heard, at level 20, it'll be even it faster. So.
And from what a guy posted, did not unlock or did not turn in any lock boxes, did not trade in any animals crystals, and when he was grinding from level 1 to 20, he got more than 2 full stacks of 999 animals crystals. He got like 2,300 animals crystals, over 600 protean crystals, and over 1,300 lock boxes, as well as even 6 Pazuzu feathers, which are needed for the very last stage. And that's just going from 1 to 20. He may have done a lot. He did a lot of NM farming though too. Who knows how much he died in the middle of that, but
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's wearing a subliga.
Isn't she cute?
Yep.
I want her so badly.
Yep, that's the Mithra minion. The one I have is the Prince of Animos, little Kraken, dual wielding Kraken clubs.
I haven't had that Mithra yet, and I've killed Circuit so many times now.
Is that from Circuit?
I'm really happy that they put in the Mithra thing. Like, I never played 11, but I always liked the character designs of Mithras.
Yes, she's from Circuit along with the Scorpion Harness.
Okay. Yeah, because I finally killed it once while I was able to get loot, and I didn't get any drops other than the lock boxes and crystals.
I've killed it 9 times now, and I've not had anything. I've killed the Emperor Fly about 22 times now, and I've got nothing from him. I've killed Fafnir once.
Yeah, let's talk about some of our thoughts and impressions, because one thing I wanted to touch on is there's a lot of nods to Final Fantasy XI within this instance. Like, the Mithra is a direct reference to the character type from Final Fantasy XI. The Kraken Club that the Lord or the Prince of Animos minion wields is a nod to the K Club from that game. Fafnir, who is wielding a great axe Riddle, is also a weapon from Final Fantasy XI, as is a lot of gear that drops. The Scorpion Harness, the Emperor Hairpin, which drops from the big dragonfly mob, Strider Boots, which you can get from, is it Fafnir? Or no, Simurgh.
That's Simurgh.
Simurgh. All of those little neat little nods, as well as the fact that we're reusing elemental resistance, strengths and weaknesses. It was very much a huge gameplay mechanic within 11.
I just thought what they could add.
What's that?
My god. Imagine adding what some of the elemental staff says glamour.
Oh god. Make you change them out every time you change too?
Yeah.
Put them in macros to change out every time. You can get a Jupiter staff or a Pluto staff when every time you need to cast a different spell.
Make it, that the relic changes color. Make it so that the elemental staff changes randomly to different elemental colors.
Huh.
Depending on the spell you're casting.
That might be a bit too hard for them.
Yeah, who knows? It'd be a nice nod to having to swap out gear in macros, though.
And also, Mooquest says they should add skill chains. Yes, that'd be amazing.
That might be a little difficult too.
What about adding a type of magic burst?
Where if you,
but not really magic burst. I mean, you do summon, trigger it, and then you do extra bonus damage if you have the element on.
Possible. Sure.
Nurture just said Eureka specific weapon skill with relic weapons. That would be nice.
I mean, it was a thing in 11 where they had these weapon skills locked to specific weapons until you got it to a full state, and then you could use it more often. But there's a lot of really interesting things with that. What are your thoughts of the elemental wheel?
What elemental wheel? Do you mean the elemental fidget spinner?
Yes, the fidget spinner chili. Womp womp.
I will make that a thing, even if I have to go into every instance just to shout it out, to leave, and then go back in the instance.
Oh my god.
I will make that a thing.
I find it right now it's cumbersome in implementation. However, I do like the fact that they've made elemental properties useful within 14 finally.
Just as they get rid of elemental materia, who would have thought it?
Well, like I said, they needed to figure out a way to make it relevant. And
what a twist!
What a twist! But yeah, even back in 1.0, there wasn't a ton of use for elemental resistances. So, like I said, this is all probably subject to change. They're going to make a lot of adjustments to the way this is all playing out.
Yeah, come back in 3 months and hear us talk about it more.
Yeah, here's or the fact that we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, right.
Arcops, I mean, I expect the Zergin to be dead by then.
Yeah.
I expect people to go back to their standard parties.
We'll see. We'll have to see because, well, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Here's my biggest gripe about Eureka so far. The gear. It's even once you get it to the highest level, it's still below what you can get for the tomes.
Yeah.
It's only saving grace is the fact that it's Animos level, its top level, has 5 guaranteed melding slots.
Well, this is supposed to be our relic stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I remember back in Heaven's Ward, when you first got that first step of the relic, it was worse than what it was that you could get with Tome.
Yeah.
So I see this being kind of the exact same thing.
But it
will get better, but it's not the best right now.
But when you got it to the highest level you could during that phase, before the next step, it was equal to that gear.
Not really, no.
It was 210, was it not?
No.
No.
I think it was only like 200.
I don't think it was 200. I think it was 190 if I'm right.
Oh, yeah, you're freaking right. Yeah, it was.
Well, no, didn't it go from 170 to 200 to 210?
I don't think it did.
No.
We'll have to look that up. I know there was 3 levels of the gear because you had to do, you had to have it equipped at the end of the dungeons in order to get credit for it. But yeah, somebody want to look that up while we keep talking? What the beginning of the Zodiac weapon was, or not Zodiac weapon, Anima weapon. But I mean, you got it?
Pulling it up right now.
210, you're right.
Yeah. So it was the same level as what you could get, because that was actually level cap for that phase was 210. So basically, this gear the weapon it's the same eye level as the Byakko weapon, which is 2 or 355, which is 15 eye levels below what we can get in Savage.
The thing is, though, I think this is the reason why the problem is. Remember, this was supposed to launch last patch. Now, what was the best in last patch?
340.
There you go. It would have been slightly better than that.
Well, then they would have probably had it they should have had it at 340 then. The only thing I can think of is maybe they're going to put it the next step.
I thought last patch was 350 because of.
No, it was 340.
Oh no, it's making this patch, isn't it? Yeah,
it was 340.
Yeah.
The only reason I can think of that they would keep it at 355, or below 370 is the fact that they're going to upgrade it in 4.3. So we get 370 then.
Yeah.
Because every time. I think it was a patch behind that we would get the next step that would meet Savage level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
They always kind of do it behind.
So I'm hoping then, I was actually kind of hoping that it would have made it 360. And
I was actually hoping for 365 in between Tome and Savage.
Yeah, but I'm betting that they'll put, or at least I'm hoping they'll put it at least at 370 then in 4.3. Yeah.
I'm guessing 365 because Savage people always want their stuff to be bests.
But we had a couple of different ways in order to get the highest level gear. You could either do it through Savage or you could upgrade your Tome gear.
Yeah, but the weapon normally doesn't get upgraded right away.
It's usually the patch after.
Yeah.
But you can upgrade the gear.
4.3.5 normally.
I thought it was like the 0.3 patch is when we are able to put it in there.
No, when they have the upgrade, they always add the armor and accessory upgrades, and then near the end of the patch, they add the upgrade for the weapon.
Okay.
That's always I remember it working.
With the exception of the relic weapon, which was always matching the level of the Savage one.
Yeah.
Except for the last patch when the Savage one was actually 5 eye levels higher.
Well, they
For
always
a
the
few of them.
Savage is always slightly higher. I thought.
Well, is this level's Savage weapon 375?
Yeah, so this will go to 370.
Okay, okay.
Eventually.
Okay, then I hope they put it at 375 then, or 370. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Until they get to the very, very end, when they'll match it.
Yeah, then they'll match right at the end because the Savage people want their very special snowflake weapon.
Yes, got to be a special snowflake.
I say that as a Savage player because I don't see the point of it.
Because you want to be a special snowflake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with having multiple steps to upgrade the gear. It's just my problem is the fact that the end step isn't as good as what we can get right now for gear.
I also don't like the fact that you have to be almost max level to get the final step.
You do have to be max level, at least to get the last step of the weapon. You can
be 19.
Well, that's basically max level.
Yeah.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could push hard and I could get some Animos gear, Animos armor.
I have my Animos chest piece and my Animos pants.
Yeah.
But
can you guys explain to me how that works?
Okay. We can absolutely do that. How do you upgrade your AF3 gear? So how it starts.
Well, can I cover it?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you need to start off by first actually doing the level 70 quest and getting your original antiquated gear. If you do not still have the antiquated gear because you've either deposited it because it's ugly or you've just lost it on one of your retainers somewhere, you can either do a search for the item, check to make sure you've got it, or you can go to Calamity Salvage and purchase it for a pretty cheap price. Once you've got that, you need protein crystals to upgrade it from the antiquated to the normal version. And then you'll need some more protein. I think it's 150, 400. No, 150, 300, and 400 in it, something like that, isn't it, Klaus? I know the last step isn't as much as the weapon. I think the last step is 400. And then once you've got the protein step done, you'll need to trade in the Animos crystals, which you get from beating the notorious monsters, as we said earlier. You need 100 and you just need 150 of those for each armor piece. Once you've done all that, you can then start dyeing your armor, and it'll have 5 materia slots, and it'll be eye level 350.
And you can do that with the weapon and the gear?
Yep.
Huh.
The weapon needs a bit more, but the weapon does not need Animos crystals. The weapon just needs the protein crystals.
Okay.
You won't get many protein crystals, so I do recommend, if you're going to go for the armor first, save some Animos, but if you're going to go for your weapon first, which as I know everyone will go for that, is dependent, different. But I would say go for your weapon first because you need to get to level 19 before you can finish upgrading your weapon.
Yeah.
I got to my +2 weapon by around level 9.
Yep.
So
at that point, then you can start saving all the crystals that you're gathering for your armor upgrades.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd recommend doing your weapon first and then doing your armor. I know that's not glamoury, but it's just, in my opinion, a little bit more efficient.
It gets you ready for that last step. Because the last step, you got to get a bunch of feathers from the last NM boss, Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. You have to fight level 25 enemies for him to spawn.
Ugh.
Yep. And how many drop from each time he is killed?
If you get gold, you'll get 3 feathers.
Okay, so if you can get gold on it, you can get your weapon.
And you need how many?
3.
Only 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Per weapon.
Okay. Per weapon.
Per weapon.
Okay.
I don't know what you get for silver or bronze.
Probably 2 and 1.
But if you get gold, you'll get 3. But yeah. By the way, if you want some fun, then go watch Larry Azur's video on that boss because it's hilarious. It's amazing. But warning, spoilers if you don't want to go to the fight knowing anything. But trust me, you probably want to.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's like, Doom win. That sounds like a move where I should run away from it.
It was cool because in one of the instances that we were in, Pazuzu actually did spawn. We didn't go there because, well, we didn't want to because we would have died. We wouldn't have got anything out of it. I was level 10. I'm not going to get jack shit out of that fate at all. So what's the point?
Nigel, it might be a bit hard right now, but once more people reach level 40, level 20, I mean, it should, increase the chances.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, anything where it's a select few people who are able to do it, it's going to be more difficult. But the more people that are available to do it, yeah, it's going to it'll be easy. Just like Number was a pain in the ass when we first got to him, but now he's pretty easy to go down. Giggity.
Anyway,
but I personally have really been enjoying Eureka. I've been enjoying the community that's been that I've met in it. I've been talking to. It's been just fun for me.
Kane, you went to fight Pazuzu? What the hell, man? You're only like level 5, aren't you? Yeah, I mean that's one where you won't get much XP because you're going to be so far below its level. And you're not going to get any of the
27 to 30k XP. I might have to go fight it sometime then.
Well, the fact that he was able to hit it.
Wow, Kane's caught up to you now, Luna. He's 6.
Shit.
That lucky son of a bitch. He was able to. He farmed his first 3 levels with Aya and Shannon.
Oh, yeah, wow. I saw that.
Lucky bastard. He was all doting all over Shannon.
I would be doing it too if I could. So good on you.
Yeah, I'm just jelly. That's all.
Yeah, it's not your credit really. As long as he was there and hit it once, then he'll get a gold.
Yeah, exactly. So
or cure or whatever or raise.
So individual thoughts.
All the
individual thoughts. What do you guys think about what we have so far in Eureka?
I love it. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go first. Okay.
As a person who loves to grind,
Giggity.
It's the kind of content that I like because until now I've had no real reason to log in. I'd do my Savage, I'd do my Expert, and that'd be it. It's nothing for me to stick around and keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I feel like I want to log on. I want to continue. I want to progress. I want to see my character grow. And I feel like I'm actually doing something for once. I feel like it just feels like I'm actually progressing. And as I get new armor pieces, I feel really excited. I've actually worked this hard and got this new piece of shiny armor that I'm going to dye pink. But
and wear a pig head with.
Yeah, sure, why not? But there is a few things that need to be fixed. They need to fix the fates because it would be nice to have a reason to go off and fight trash mobs rather than just zerg the fate, zerg it all. And they also need to fix the level cap. Well, not level cap, but the level difference. If you're under 8 levels than your friend, you can't get XP with them.
Yeah, a level sync might be nice.
So a level sync would be good. So you sync down but to your party's level.
Mm-hmm.
They had that in Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah.
Granted,
that would be one of the good
After,
features.
but Luna?
Yeah, I would love a level sync.
Okay, we'll get in a little bit. We can go a little more depth in a little bit with you, Chili. But Luna, let's get some of yours. Because you've been in it the least of us so far.
Yeah, I haven't been in it that much, but I've been in it enough to kind of know what's starting to happen and the best way to do this, and this. And I'm liking it so far. I think there is a lot of room for improvement. Definitely, like you said, the level syncing is a big thing. That would be nice because I feel like because I don't get a chance to go in it as much as I want to. A lot of people are like pulling ahead of me. Klaus.
Hey, I tried to get you in last night.
I know, I can't help it.
I know.
But like I have to be in a certain mood in order to sit there and thwack things for
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
Oh, please don't sound clip that. Anyways, I have to be in a certain mood to go and hit things for
clip it.
how I mean, how many hours is it? Like 3?
You can be in there for up to 3 hours per instance or per time you go in.
Yeah. And I'm really optimistic and really hoping that this isn't going to turn out like Diadem again.
Okay.
And I'm really hoping that SE has learned from their mistakes and that in, let's say, the next expansion, this isn't just going to be dead content like Diadem is right now.
Oh God, right? Okay, I think we're going to be fortunate that it won't be dead content because they're tying the relic to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that might save it from Diadem's fate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my thoughts initially, I thought it was cool, because we went in, we farmed mobs around our level. It felt very much like Valkyrie Dunes, not quite as PTSD inducing, but it was fun. I had a good time with it. The next time I went in, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because it was very different. That's when people started doing the Zerg train. I'm like, this is not as fun. I'm not getting any experience as we're killing these enemies, and it doesn't seem like we're spawning the enemies any faster right now. So I didn't like that. Also, at the time, I wasn't in the Discord chat with people, so I was sitting here just talking with the people watching on Twitch, and they could tell my displeasure with the way things were going. But the more I'm able to get through the content and make it intriguing, as well as interact with the people that I'm partying with, that's right there what makes it the most fun. I'm gonna tell you guys, we had an amazing time doing this on Thursday night. I created when I started the stream, Fusion joined me in the chat, and I got him to join me in a party finder. So we put up a party finder, and then Chili came on, and I'm like, Chili, come join us in Eureka. So Chili joined the party finder. Then we had a white mage join us by the name of Yelta Sumasu. So it was me, Fusion, Chili, and Yelta, and 4 other people all within the same party. And we were all in Discord, and we were all just bullshitting, and it was an amazing time. I had so much fun with that party. And then we did it last night. Fusion and I did some more partying, and we chatted, and we had it was still fun. We got a few levels, and where I'm having the most fun is when I can interact with my party mates.
Yeah.
If you don't have Discord, guys, I strongly recommend you get it, and encourage people to join you on a common server. You can if you want to, I don't care. Come in and use the Phoenix Down Radio server. The link to that is below us in the Twitch chat. I can even send out, you can share that invite link there, and we're more than happy to let you guys use that. So actually, let me put it out here for everybody so you can see it, but get voice chat if you can, because even if you can't talk, just hearing other people, bullshit about what's going on, just, vent a little bit and just talking about, stupid shit. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I'm taking away from it. If you can, interact, it's going to make things a lot more fun. I think that's why I didn't hate, Diadem as much as a lot of people did. Because most of the time when we were doing it, I was doing it with my static at the time, with Riss and Skage and Sayo and Marth. And we were sitting here in Discord, and we were chatting, and we were bullshitting. Luna was here for a lot of those.
Yep.
That was fun, wasn't it? Even though we were mindlessly grinding Dino Island.
It was a lot of fun.
We were making fun of the situation we were in, but making the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wish I'd met you guys back then.
Well, I think you were kind of around during some of that, because you said you were watching us when we were doing Savage, right?
Yeah.
But so I mean, that was around that time frame. So yeah, Diadem would have been 2.3.
Yeah, something like that.
So
I joined you when you were, I think you were struggling on.
Or 3.3. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
3.
I think you were on Jigglybutt when I remember.
Yeah, Jigglybutt would have been 3.1.
Yeah.
3.0.
Yeah.
Well, the podcast didn't start until after Heavensward launched anyway, so.
Yeah.
we started. I think I remember one of our early podcasts was about 3.2. So anyway, that's my take on it. I think there's a lot of promise to this particular content. It's not perfect right now. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of things that can be improved upon. Maybe, not locking out lockboxes and animus crystals to people who are lower level on certain higher level fates. Maybe figuring out a way to improve the XP rate on the Zerg might be a little bit helpful. Or finding a way to totally discourage that and get people to work together and farm, in their areas, and then work together to migrate towards the NMs. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get us to move to the third scenario we talked about versus the first two. Because that one seems
I think
to be,
the third one will be the main one.
because most people are mindlessly zerging. They're doing number one. And a lot of people, like I said, the standard MMO is more along the lines of the second scenario, whereas the third scenario is a nice hybrid between the two. And I think if we can get, the low levels to work together, the mid levels to work together, and the high levels to work together, and not mindlessly follow one another, and do some thinking about the content, that you'll get the most out of it for everybody. My 2 cents. What do you guys think of it? Let us know. podcast@phoenixstarradio.com. You can tweet at us at PHXDNradio. You can leave a comment on the show page out on our website, phoenixstarradio.com. There's lots of ways you can let us know. Any other final thoughts, guys?
Not really.
No.
I think we covered it quite well.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at looks like we're wow, this is gonna be a short show. Luna, did you come up with anything for lore?
Nope.
Lanafel's cute. There we go.
The end.
Lalafells are potatoes.
I want that
The end.
Mithra. Mithra's the descendants of Macaulay, supposedly.
Something potato.
Yes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
All right.
So yeah, there's gonna be no lore today then, guys. But we do have a new review on iTunes from
Which I'd say is better than
lore?
lore week. Better than our lore. I was going to say it's lore, but
No, this is not lore. This is canon. So from our friend Intuitive, I am a new player to the series, and this podcast has helped me navigate this series in so many ways. The cast is composed of people who genuinely want to make sure people listening to the podcast have as much fun with the game as they do. And they are a big help and continue the fun on their Twitch stream. They've helped me several times and have cemented my joy in playing this game for years to come. Keep it up, guys. Thank you so much for that. That's very nice.
Thank you.
And like I said, if you're catching us on iTunes, we would appreciate if you could go out and leave us a rating and review. Like I said, you hear a lot of us talk about that because it really does help other people to find us. It moves us up in the rankings. It increases our visibility. The more people that are seeing and commenting on our podcast, it allows more people to see it and then experience it. I mean, we're a growing group of people. We want to get out there and, have as many people out there as possible find us. So we would appreciate if you would be able to do that. Wasn't a ton of other interaction. Like I said, I had a great time with Fusion and Chili and Yalta the other night. Hopefully we can do some more of that. I want to get Luna in one of these parties that we do every night. So we'll have to see about getting that done. Shout out time, I guess. We're going to have a short one for once, guys. We're not going 3 hours.
It's listenable.
Yes, you can maybe catch it in like one sitting. Don't worry, Laura will be coming back when Sarah's back. So it's not leaving. Who wants to start with the shout outs?
I guess I will. Big shout out to everyone here right now. Thank you guys for coming by and watching the Twitch stream if you are live. And thank you to all our listeners that download our podcast and listen to us on their time. We really appreciate all the listens that we get from you guys.
All the
honestly.
listens.
All the listens. And yeah, we love you guys for it all the more. Big shout out to my FC. Actually, right after we're done with this podcast, I get to run off and go do a St. Patty's Day kind of party. So if you are over on Hyperion right now, head on over to Miss Ward 6, Plot 44, and we are going to have ourselves a St. Patty's Day party. We have special green drinks, special balloons that are green. Everything is fucking green. All our dancers are wearing green. We even have a green skinned lady that'll dance for you if you really want her to.
We'll all
And,
believe
yeah.
that
Take
when the
my
shit
money.
turns purple and tastes like rainbow sherbet.
But yeah, come on over. We'll have some fun RPing and just hanging out. We also have some prizes to give away. We have the new minions, the Mithra and the Prince of Animos to give away. We also have some very generous donations from a certain Phoenix Rising free company, X Waddle F and a Zoo Horn to give away. But yeah, come on over after the show. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm sorry you missed it. You can go over to my Twitter and see how the party went at Luna_Vox.
Maybe some of the pictures won't be shown.
Not all the pictures will be shown, but some of them will.
And how can they find you out there?
Luna_Vox over at the Twitter.
Wonderful. Chili.
I want to shout out to that guy earlier that I shouted out because that was amazing and really made that episode, that instance of Eureka so really much.
Alvin the
better.
Chipmunk or something?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Alan Parsons Project.
I want to shout out Kane for his sound clip. I want to shout at Italian Werewolf for his 500. Well, to Italian Werewolf, Naja, and Kane
Yes.
for the generous donations of.
For the amazing
My
cheers.
word's broken. My brain's now. Cheer. Shout out to Klaus and Luna. Thank you for always having me on. And a shout out to everyone listening. Go leave a review. Say how bad I am and that I need replacing or something.
Say that he shouldn't be whoring himself out on all the podcasts.
Or you can go listen to me on Maelstrom Radio.
Or on the upcoming She Heals I Tank this coming week.
Hey, someone requested me in the Twitch chat, so you know.
And where can they find you, Chili?
You can find me at Chili UK on Twitter or ben.shillerbearhall@psu.com if you want to email me.
Gazoon tight. I think we can also hit you at chili@phoenixstarradio.com. So I think that'll forward. And I want to shout out Sarah. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you're enjoying.
Sorry, Ocop says people demand chili.
People demand it. Happy birthday, and hope you're enjoying your time with family. And we look forward to seeing you on the next show. Shout outs to Luna and Chili for, as always, being amazing co-hosts, putting up with my shenanigans. Thank you to Kane for being an amazing person. Sorry I couldn't get you into the instances earlier. We do need to make that up and run. We'll try and do something as a group and, make Eureka enjoyable for everybody. Shout out to everybody who is watching us live here at twitch.tv/Phoenix Sound Radio and as well as the podcast. We really do appreciate everybody who does check us out, just like Luna said. We don't just say that. We do mean it because you're the reason we're doing this. And I can be found on Twitter at phxdn_Klaus. If you really want to email me, you can email me klaus@phoenixsoundradio.com. It's Klaus with 2 S's. Our website is www.phoenixsoundradio.com. Like I said, if you want to email a question or comment to the podcast, you can go podcast@phoenixsoundradio.com. If you want to follow us out on Twitter, we are at PHXDN Radio. We tweet out a whole bunch of cool stuff from Final Fantasy 14 accounts. We will link to other people's events, things like that, because we want to make sure to share things within the community. And like I said, if you're listening to us on the podcast and you want to catch us live sometime, we're every other Saturday night at twitch.tv/Phoenix Down Radio, or you can just catch us every night. I'm streaming something, usually after about 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Actually, no, we're Central Daylight Time now, aren't we? Whatever it is, Central Time. And you can find our videos out on youtube.com/Phoenix Down Radio. So guys, that's going to do it for this episode, amazingly. The fact that we're going to be just shy of an hour and a half for once in our lives. If you liked what you heard, please make sure to like, subscribe, or follow us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever your preferred podcatcher is. And like we said, please leave us a rating or review. It helps people to find us and it helps us to grow within the community. If you really dig the show, please consider becoming a subscriber here at Twitch, or you can go out to patreon.com/Phoenix Down Radio and become a patron like our friend Aurori Fenrir, who supports us out there. She supports us at the $20 level, so we give her a shout out on every show because she's just amazing. You don't have to support us at that level, but any support we would get, whether it's $1 or whatever, it's very helpful in growing the show. We use it for things like hosting costs and subscriber only incentives and some giveaways as well. So, we use it to help grow us and give back to you guys. But whatever kind of support you give, whether it's emails, likes, tweets, or retweets, it's always greatly appreciated because we really love interacting with you guys and the rest of the community. So for my co-hosts, Luna and Chili, I am Klaus Nightbringer, wishing everybody a wonderful evening. Happy St. Patty's Day, and go enjoy Eureka. Take care.
Phoenix Down Radio is a production of PhoenixDownRadio.com and Illusion Productions. Final Fantasy 14 and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. In-game content for Phoenix Down Radio is the copyright of Square Enix. Opening music for Phoenix Down Radio is provided by Guilty Gear Rock You. Check out the Metal Chocobo theme cover and many other music videos at youtube.com/Guilty Gear Rock You. Closing music for this episode is provided by Guitar Wanker 90. Please check out their full version of Matoya's Cave and other rock video game covers at youtube.com/Guitar Wanker 90. The views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of Phoenix Down Radio and its hosts and do not reflect the views of Square Enix.